Hi everyone, this is Kelsey Jones, Executive Editor of Search Engine Journal, and I'm joined here today by Ira Kates. He's the Search and Social Lead Canada for 360i. Ira, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me again, Kelsey.
This is our second annual interview at Pubcon.
Absolutely, it's fun.
Yeah. I know this year we wanted to talk a little bit about being different and unique in search, because I think you had mentioned you kind of see a lot of people just doing the same thing over and over and not getting the results they want.
Yeah, I found a lot when I'm working, especially with new clients. We inherit a campaign or we inherit an account, and it's all just built the same with the same ad copy all over the place. And we really believe and we really instill in our teams to be different when you're writing ad copy, when you're doing stuff different. And I believe it's so important to get the results that you need for your business. Small, big, massive, medium, whatever it is, being different in search is fundamental now.
Do you ever see, and this happened to me a lot when I worked in an agency, a lot of our clients would say, well, here's what our competitor's doing. Let's just follow what they're doing. Do you see that a lot, or?
Yeah, but the problem is when you just follow what your competitors are doing, you have a really high chance of just rear-ending them at some point, because you're just following, you're tailgating what they're doing. Being different and being able to change the lanes and go around them is, I mean, what paid search especially is like. And when you get into the SEO world, when you're not duplicating what everybody else is doing, it's very important. Rand Fishkin just had a great keynote here about being different and looking to the future to build what you're building now, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and when you don't just copy your competitors, then you're the unique one that people want to copy, so it works out.
Exactly. There's a great, I used to cook for a living, and there's a great chef, Marco Pierre White, and what he says is, great food doesn't come from following a recipe, but to the letter. What it comes from is having the courage to test and learn and be different. So when you're creating the dish that you're going to be putting in front of the searcher, writing something different, being risky in your ad copy. If you have a playful brand, be playful with it. We just got a great quick serve restaurant account that they're a very playful brand, and when we were pitching them and talking to them, we showed them all types of examples of fun ways we could get their search across and get their message across with this big promotion that's launching, and they loved it. They ate it up.
Good, haha. I like when clients are willing to try something new. I know sometimes it's scary to venture out there and do something new that people aren't used to.
Start small. Starting small is the most important thing. You're not going to go out and sell your hard to convince client on a big massive project on the first go around, but showing them the results that they're going to get after you convince them of this little test, and building on that and iterating on that. Google wouldn't even be around if nobody tried anything new, right?
You're right, exactly right. So in search particularly being different, what are some tools or research tools that you guys use or recommend for people that want to do good research to be unique?
A great tool I use, there's some free ones. Google Trends is fantastic, especially when you're dealing with people who are used to traditional media, because it shows the relationship between search and what's happening in your offline plans. If you have TV on, people are going to be searching more for your brand.
Yep.
But then there's also some really cool ones like SEMrush. I love using SEMrush to discover my competitors' SEO keywords and target those on paid search, because they're the golden keywords that your competitor has. And if you could focus in on them with your paid and impact their SEO results, that's gaining you more market share. It's tangible.
Yeah, it's kind of accessing or targeting their stuff in a different way, basically.
And we all don't have millions of dollars to spend. So, targeting your $50 a day in conquest on their golden keywords and getting those 3, 4, 5 clicks can mean the big difference of you getting more business.
Have you found that it varies by industry, how unique you can be, or do you think any industry could have something that makes them special or unique?
Yeah, every industry has their own unique selling proposition, so focusing on that and understanding what the people who use your website look for sort of gives you that idea of what you need to be different in. If people consume more long-form content on your website, understand what that's about when you're writing your themes and reflect that in your ads or in your keywords or just straight up in the content.
Good advice. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Again, this is Ira Kates and Kelsey Jones with Search Engine Journal. This is Kelsey Jones, Executive Editor of Search Engine Journal, and I'm here today with Guy Kawasaki, Chief Evangelist of Canva. Guy, thanks so much for joining us. I know you did a keynote today at Pubcon about personal branding and social media.
Conferences I attended, the speakers were fantastic. The weather here has been amazing. I mean, this location, the hotel.
The thing I'm really liking about the SEJ Summit is the 3 takeaways structure.
Yes.
I'm leaving with way more.
I also like the single session format for conferences.
I agreed to be a speaker here because I think above all else, the quality of people who attend the meeting, something to be said about the fact that you can't just pay to come here. It's by invitation only.
What I've really liked about the speakers is that it's been very well-rounded. We focused on content generation ideas.